Today I will be talking about 10 horror movies, don't waste of time. Let's start this. Number 1. Curse of Mesopotamia. The movie is directed by Lawand Omar and will feature Melissa Mars, Terrell Carter and Kareem Sadie as lead characters. Number 2. The Wretched. The movie is directed by Brett Pierce and will feature John Howard, Piper Curda, Az Tesfaye and Kevin Bigley as lead characters. Number 3. Wind Walkers. The movie is directed by Russell Friedenberg and will feature Zane Holtz, Rudy Youngblood, J. LaRossi and Christopher Criesa as lead characters. Other popular actors who were roped in for Wind Walkers are Russell Friedenberg, Castile Landon, Philip Burke, Kiowa Gordon and Glenn Powell. Number 4. Cabin of Horror. Cabin of Horror is an upcoming English movie. The movie is directed by Sean Michael Williams and will feature Sean Michael Williams and Emily Kuheli Rahman as lead characters. Number 5. Dead Alive. Considered by many to be the goriest film ever made and one of the funniest, splatstick, horror films since Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2. Peter Jackson's New Zealand-lensed zombie epic Dead Alive is a hilariously over-the-top splatterfest that outdoes even the director's aptly titled Bad Taste, which featured such gag-inducing sights as communal vomit eating, exploding sheep and a chainsaw C-section. The story centers on a milquetoast mama's boy Timothy Balmain, whose budding romance with the lovely Paquita, Diana Peñalver, is severely tested by the rapid decomposition and increasingly gross behavior of his oppressive mother, Elizabeth Moody, whose recent encounter with a Sumatran rat monkey transforms her into a rabid, flesh-eating zombie. Unable to bring himself to chop his undead mum into little pieces, he tries vainly, and disgustingly, to keep her alive until she begins chowing down on everyone within reach, but even a dutiful son's love has its limitations. Concentrating his efforts on imprisoning her and the growing legions of her undead victims in the cellar, away from both the nervous Paquita and the prying eyes of a greedy uncle, Ian Watkin, who has his sights on the old lady's inheritance, he finally begins to realize that the whole affair is Jackson's hyperkinetic directing style and the laugh-a-minute script lend a jovial, throw-away feel to Thavalanche of Ind of record. Genre: comedy, horror, science fiction and fantasy. Directed by Patexan. Written by Peter Jackson, Stephen Sinclair, Fran Walsh. Studio: Trimark Pictures. Number 6. Better Watch Out. This holiday season, you may be home, but you're not alone. In this fresh and gleefully twisted spin on home invasion horror, babysitter Ashlivia DeJong must defend her young charges, Levi Miller, Ed Oxenbould, when intruders break into the house one snowy night or so she thinks. Genre: drama, horror, mystery and suspense. Directed by Chris Peckover. Written by Zach Kahn, Chris Peckover. Studio: Well Go USA Entertainment. Number 7. Overlord. With only hours until D-Day, a team of American paratroopers drop into Nazi-occupied France to carry out a mission that's crucial to the invasion's success. Tasked with destroying a radio transmitter atop a fortified church, the desperate soldiers join forces with a young French villager to penetrate the walls and take down the tower. But, in a mysterious Nazi lab beneath the church, the outnumbered GIs come face to face with enemies unlike any the world has ever seen. From producer J.J. Abrams, Overlord is a thrilling, pulse-pounding action-adventure with a twist. Genre: action and adventure, horror, mystery and suspense. Directed by Julius Avery. Written by Mark L. Smith, Billy Ray. Studio: Paramount Pictures. Number 8. An American Werewolf in London. While wandering the English moors on vacation, college Yanks David Naughton, and Jack Griffin Dunn happen upon a quaint pub with a mysterious patronage who warn them not to leave the road when walking after dark. Irreverent of such advice as characters in horror films always are, David dismisses the encounter as a hallucination, but all indicators point to lycanthrope. Evenings of barking and bloodletting follow closely behind. While the story is thin and much of the tongue-in-cheek humor is overdone, there are plenty of genuine jolts thanks to makeup guru Rick Baker's eye-popping special effects. The hospital dream sequences are creative, and the scenes in which the werewolf runs rampant through downtown London are particularly good. In all, An American Werewolf in London is an original, atmospheric film that manages both to scare and amuse. While dismissed by most American critics upon its release, the film managed to secure a place in the annals of American cinema when Baker won an Academy Award for his amazing effects and creature designs. Jeremy Bidet, Rovi. Genre: comedy, horror, science fiction and fantasy. Directed by John Landis. Written by John Landis. Studio, Universal Pictures. Number 9. The Omen. The young son of an American diplomat and his wife, living in London, turns out to be marked with the sign of Satan, the infamous 666. It soon becomes apparent that he could be the Antichrist incarnate and possesses the evil powers to stop anyone who stands in his way. Genre, classics, horror, mystery and suspense. Directed by Richard Donner. Written by David Seltzer. Studio, 20th Century Fox. Number 10. U.S. Set in present day along the iconic Northern California coastline, Us, from Monkey Paw Productions, a woman returning to her beachside childhood home with her husband, Gabe, Black Panthers Winston Duke, and their 2 children, Shahadi Wright Joseph, Evan Alex, for an idyllic summer getaway. Haunted by an unexplainable and unresolved trauma from her past and compounded by a string of eerie coincidences, Adelaide feels her paranoia elevate to high alert as she grows increasingly certain that something bad is going to befall her family. When darkness falls, the Wilsons discover the silhouette of 4 figures holding hands as they stand in the driveway. Us pits an endearing American family against a terrifying and uncanny opponent, doppelgangers of themselves. Genre, horror, mystery and suspense. Directed by Jordan Peele. Written by Jordan Peele. Studio, Universal Pictures. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Love you so much, see you again on another video with more movies. Stay home and keep watching.